this is why I believe you should turn on the camera and start yapping. Now, yapping is just speaking to the camera in case you are older than 15 watching this video. As someone that does a lot of creative work, I feel like it's become a bit more important now more than ever for you to build a personal brand online, make videos, and just talk about stuff that interests you in any shape or form. We are in the day and age where, especially if you're running a business, everyone is almost kind of forced to be a content creator. However, I think it's getting easier now more than ever for you to start creating content online. Especially now that I feel like YouTube is actually pushing more genuine content. Let's use someone like Daniel Dillon as an example of a creator that is just filming himself, building his business, and is growing like thousands of subscribers every single month. That's like a very good example of like you turn on the camera and do what you still do every single day. The first reason why I feel like it's something that anyone should at least try is the fact that it's literally low risk. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose at all from turning on the camera like I have right now. There's a very low barrier of entry. You have a phone there most likely watching this on. Like everyone easily has access to a lot of these tools these days. If you make a video and then you feel like no one is watching it, or you feel like you don't have that much interest in it, then okay, you move on. The worst case scenario is that you were the same place you were before you started pushing stuff out there. For me personally, my first attempt at creating content was probably as far back as 2015. I've always had that interest in just creating videos, just making something and putting it out there, which leads me to the next reason. You never know who's watching. Till this day, I get random messages sometimes of like someone that got so much value from a video that I've made in the past or something. It makes me feel like, okay, even if I'm just able to reach 10 people, 10 people with this video that I'm putting out there, then that's all that matters to me, because you never know who is watching. You never know the people that you may be impacting in some shape or form. Whatever you might be saying could be common knowledge to you, but you never know who is watching and who might get value from whatever you're putting out there. As someone that does a lot of creative work myself, I never know if my next client might be someone that's watching this video right now. If you think about it, there's so many people in the world, and you never know who you might reach with the piece of content that you're putting out there. Third reason why I feel like you should turn on the camera and start yapping is that it helps you build new skills. If you're vlogging, you start learning things about camera angles, how to operate a camera. These are actually extra skills that you kind of learn over time. The more skills that you're able to build up as a person, the more value that you're able to provide in the future. I found myself in a situation where a skill that I probably learned in like 2018 has helped me today. So how to use a camera is one skill that you can learn from creating content. The next skill that you can learn as well is video editing. Mobile apps like CapCut has made that easier. So there's literally a low barrier of entry. From there, you could decide if you could take up video editing professionally, maybe learn more advanced software like Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, whatever you decide to learn. Another skill that you can learn from turning on a camera is copywriting. And not a lot of people talk about this, but there's weirdly a good amount of copywriting that goes into the content creation process. As someone that has worked with clients through their content creation process, from their YouTube videos and their sales pages and all that stuff, I've realized how much value there is in copywriting and how much good writing is required for you to create good content. Even if you're making comedy content, there actually needs to be a certain level of good writing involved for you to make a video that people can consider funny. You could literally find yourself in a position where you get so good at writing these videos that you can start writing these videos as a service for other people and literally get paid for a skill that you learned just because you decided to turn on the camera one day. The next skill that you can learn as a result of creating content, which is the most obvious thing, is speaking. If you have been able to master speaking, you know how to speak, you know how to use your words correctly, you're not stumbling upon your words, you're not going, you're not using too much it can actually help you communicate better with your audience. It helps you sound more confident in what you're saying, because the more confident that you sound, the more it makes you look like an expert in your field. So speaking can be an extremely valuable skill for you as a person. Let's say you have to create like a video sales letter for your sales page to talk about your course, or if you decide to sell something to your audience. When you're making these videos or when you're communicating these videos, it's easier for you to create more content if you get better at speaking. It's easier for you to turn your content creation to a business if you get good at speaking. That means that if you decide to work on a launch, to decide to launch a product or course, you could literally have a whole course built out in less than a week because it's so easy for you to turn on the camera and start speaking. The next skill that can be very valuable for you too is email marketing. The advantage of something like a newsletter or an email list is the fact that it helps you create your own audience outside of platforms like YouTube. Let's say if you get like 10,000 people to sign up to your email list or your newsletter. These are 10,000 people that you would always have access to outside of any platform like YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. And this is where the copywriting skill also comes in, because if you have been able to create a newsletter outside of YouTube, you can constantly communicate with the people that you have in your newsletter, reach out to them, communicate with them, and be able to create value outside of video platforms like this. And if you ever decide to create a product or service to sell to your newsletter, then it will be easier for this to convert to actual paying customers, because these are people that have been able to build a relationship with you. This is literally your audience outside of YouTube. And it can also help transform your content creation into like an actual business. The next reason why you should turn on the camera and start yapping is the fact that it can turn to financial gains in a lot of ways. There's so many ways that you can monetize your content. Your priority as somebody that's creating content should purely be for the love of it, because that's actually what's going to keep you going. If you actually don't enjoy it, if you're doing strictly for money, I mean, it's going to show, but I feel like genuine content translates better when it comes to like actually building a community. You can do it as a business, but it's more sustainable if you're doing it from a place of you actually want to create content. You know, the best place to monetize your content has always been YouTube in a lot of ways. YouTube has better monetization, especially depending on the niche that you're in. So niches like, I think, makeup artists, the tech niche, or anyone that talks about finance on YouTube, they tend to make way more money CPM wise. The next way that you can make money from just turning on a camera is through sponsorships. So there are different type of creators that probably have like a lifetime sponsorship or like a brand sponsorship. Let's take someone like PewDiePie, for example. PewDiePie has had like this G Fuel brand partnership for like the longest time. Brands pay the creator to talk about their product or service online to their own audience. So that's another way that tons of creators are making money. So a good number of the times, creators are probably making way more money from the sponsorship compared to the actual video itself. The next way they can make money online from just speaking to the camera is through affiliate marketing. If you watch, especially like tech reviewers or people that talk about cameras or gear like that, a good number of these people, they tend to have like some Amazon link in their description. Now for some of the people that post these links, if you click on the link and you buy whatever item that is linked to, they get a small commission. So imagine every single person that buys from that link, the creator gets a commission from the link, depending on what you've bought from the Amazon link that the creator just puts in the description. So that's another cool way that lots of creators kind of like make this passive income. And the next way they can make money from just turning on the camera is making money from the skills that you have learned as a result of turning on the camera. And I kind of covered that earlier, from like learning video editing from turning on the camera, from learning how to speak to the camera. A company like Nike can hit you up for an ad just because you've gotten so good at speaking to the camera that they can call you because they know that you're comfortable talking to the camera and you have an audience that recognizes you. So that's like an extra bonus. The final and one of the most profitable ways that I feel like a lot of people are making money from their content is through their own products and courses. Even if it's a digital product, let's say if you're selling a PDF online, I personally have some Lightroom presets in the description below. And if you're selling like a course or something, I don't have a course yet. One of the questions some people might have is, okay, where do I make videos for? Or what platforms do you make videos for? The platform that I choose to make videos for is YouTube, because I feel like the type of videos that I want to make is more fitted for YouTube. You can choose to make content for TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever, but I would advise you play around with different platforms. Make videos for Reels, make videos for TikTok, make videos for YouTube. Try to see the one that works for you. Because I've seen creators that start making videos for YouTube and maybe YouTube didn't really work well for them. And then they transition to use TikTok and then they are doing so well with TikTok. Probably recommend the same for you guys. So that's why I feel like it's important for anyone right now to just turn on the camera and start speaking to it. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.